morning all of you. Today topic is laws of motion. Laws of motion, that means our surroundings, so many objects are moving. Why they are moving? What are the reasons for it? What are the laws involved? What are the principles involved in that? We can discuss in this laws of motion. The basic fundamental word, that is mass. First one is mass. What is meant by mass? The quantity of matter contained in a body. The quantity of matter contained in a body is called mass. Suppose this is a jar piece. This consists of 100 molecules. This 100 molecules is called mass. The quantity of matter contained in a body. Units. CGS grams. MKS or SI system. kg. Next one is weight. Here there is a small difference between mass and weight. Mass means the quantity of matter contained in a body denoted by letter M, and capital M or small m. Generally small m for all the bodies. In case of earth or big heavy objects, that is capital. Then weight. Weight denoted by W. Weight means the formula of weight is equal to W is equal to mg. It is a product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. Here M is mass, G means acceleration due to gravity, here that is G. G value generally 9.8 meter per second square or 980 centimeter per second square. That is per air. On this air, G value is 9.8 meter per second square or 980 centimeter per second square. So what are the main differences between mass and weight? The main difference between mass and weight is first one, definition. Here also definition. What is the definition of mass? The quantity of matter contained in a body. Weight. Weight, the definition is simply remember this formula W is equal to mg. It is a product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. Otherwise, the gravitational force acting on a body is called mass, weight. Gravitational force acting on a body is called weight. That is the definition. Second one, denoted by letter M. Here denoted by letter W. Third one, it is a scalar quantity. Scalar. Scalar means already know any quantities which have only any bodies which are having only quantity. The physical quantities which have only mass. That means quantity only. That is called scalar quantities. Here this is a vector quantity. This is a vector quantity. A physical quantity which has both mass and direction. Both quantity and direction. That is called vector quantity. And fourth point is these units are grams, kgs. Here these units are meter per dynes, newtons. Dynes, newtons. These are the differences between mass and weight. Here mass is a mass definition, quantity of matter contained in a body. Here weight definition is the gravitational force acting on a body is called weight. Denoted by the letter m, smaller. Here weight means W. It is a scalar quantity, it is a vector quantity. Scalar means the quantities which has only magnitude but not direction. Only magnitude means that is quantity only but not direction. Here vector quantity means a physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. Magnitude means mass. Magnitude and direction, that is called vector quantity. Magnitude means either mass or value, certain value. Here mass, what are the units of mass means grams and kgs. Here weight means dynes, newtons. Otherwise gram weight, kilogram weight, that also we can say it. So here weight CGS units are gram weight or dynes. MKH unit or SI unit means that is kg weight or newton. Kg weight or newton. These are the main differences of mass and weight. Next, third one, scalar quantity. A physical quantity which has only magnitude but not direction is called mass. Is called scalar quantity. Example: mass, length, time, etc. Scalar quantities means a physical quantity which has only magnitude but not direction. That is called scalar quantity. Scalar quantity examples are length, mass, time, temperature, area, like this. Fourth one, vector quantity. See distance also there. Distance, speed also. Vector quantity means in this scalar only magnitude but not direction, but in this both magnitude and direction. A physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction is called vector quantity. A physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. Example: force, velocity, displacement, etc. These are all examples for vector quantities. Next, fifth one is distance. Sixth one, displacement. distance. Suppose a body starting at A moves along BCD direction, finally reaches the point E. Starting point is A, the final reaching point is E. The total length of the path travelled by the body from starting to ending point. Starting point to ending point, how much length it is covered. How much length it is covered, that is called total length covered by the body from starting to ending point is called distance. It is a scalar quantity. Here there is no particular distance, a particular direction. There is no particular direction. That's why it is called scalar quantity. Here displacement, same. This is the A, this is the E. Same diagram we take. In this case, displacement means from A to E. A to E, that is called displacement. Why? This is the starting point, this is the ending point. Distance means the total length of the path covered by the body from starting to ending. But here, the shortest distance covered by the body from starting to ending in a particular direction, that is in a single direction. This is the starting point, this is the ending point. These two are joined together like a single direction, that indicates displacement of the body. This is a vector quantity. This is a vector quantity. Suppose, example, here distance is AB plus BC plus CA. Displacement is equal to 0. Why it is equal to 0? See, here the starting point is A. A body moves starting at A, moves along the direction AB, after that BC, again travels along the CA direction. Finally reach at the same point A. Here starting point and ending point both are same, that is A. Here the total distance means total length covered, that is AB plus BC plus CA. This is the distance. Whereas displacement, starting point here only, ending point here only. Shortest distance between starting and ending is nil. So the displacement is 0. This is the example and how the distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar quantity, whereas displacement is a vector quantity. The next one is speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. Speed. What is meant by speed? The distance covered by the body per unit time. Distance covered by the body per unit time. Is called speed. For the definition, very simple. Remember this formula: speed is equal to distance by time. Here, this is how to say the definition means the total distance covered by the body. Denominator 1 unit. 1 unit time is 1 unit or 1 second. Total distance covered by the body per unit time is called speed. What are the units? CGS units. Here distance means centimeter, time is second, centimeter per second. MKS or SI units means meter per second, centimeter per second or meter per second. Eighth one, velocity. Here speed is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means there is no direction. People want to chase both only magnitude but not direction is speed. Velocity. Velocity means displacement by time. Displacement by time. Definition. In the same way, first remember this formula, velocity is equal to displacement by time. The displacement covered by the body per unit time. The displacement covered by the body per unit time. Is called velocity. What are the units? CGS units means same, centimeter per second. MKS units means meter per second. What is the main difference between this is a scalar quantity, this is a vector quantity? Units are same. In the formula, numerator speed is distance, whereas velocity numerator is displacement. The displacement covered by the body per unit time is called what? Velocity. Units are same. Okay, next one is acceleration. Acceleration denoted by A. A is equal to V minus Q by T. The formula is V minus U by T. Here A means acceleration, U means initial velocity, V means final velocity, T means time. What is the definition? Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Here, final velocity minus initial velocity, change in velocity. By time, T means time. Change in velocity by time means rate of change of velocity. Otherwise, change in velocity per unit time also you can say. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Here, CGS units centimeter per second square. MKS or SI units meter per second square. These are the units of acceleration. And acceleration means rate of change of velocity or change in velocity per unit time is called acceleration. Acceleration is equal to formula V minus U by T. A means acceleration, U means initial velocity, V means final velocity, T means time. Example, a car moves with a speed of 20 meters per second. After 3 seconds, 2 seconds, its speed is 30 meters per second. Find its acceleration. Here initial velocity 20 meter per second. B final velocity 30 meter per second. What is the time? 2 seconds. A means question mark acceleration. What is the formula? Means A is equal to B minus Q by T. 30 minus 20 by 2. 10 by 2, that is 5 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. Suppose another example. Understand? See, a car moves with a speed of 20 meters per second. Initial speed of the car is 20. After 2 seconds, the speed is 30. Find its acceleration. Initial velocity 20. Final velocity 30. Time is 2 seconds. Write this by symbols. After that, we have to find out the acceleration. Acceleration formula is v minus u by t. Okay, next, a car moves with a constant speed. Speed of 30 meters per second. Find its acceleration after 10 seconds. Here acceleration is equal to 0. Why acceleration is 0 in this case? A car moves with a constant speed of 30 meters per second. Constant means there is no change in its speed or velocity. B is equal to 30, U is equal to 30, T is equal to 10 seconds. So A is equal to 30 minus 30 by 10. 0 by 10. A is equal to 0. No need to calculate all this. But suppose bit means directly you can write 0. This 2 marks question is given, you can write the steps. Initial velocity means 30. Speed means constant speed. Constant speed means there is no change in speed or velocity. Initial 30, final 30. Time is 10 seconds. So 30 minus 30 means 0 by 10, that is 0. Okay. Newton's first law. The scientist Newton proposed 3 laws. What is the first law of motion? A body continuous in the state of rest or uniform motion unless it is compelled by an external force acting on it. That means Newton's first law means a body continuously in the state of rest. Suppose any body at rest, it is always in the rest position only. Suppose it is in uniform motion, always in the uniform motion only. Suppose we apply some external force on it, then only the rest position, the position of the object is changed. That means the rest position is disturbed or uniform motion is disturbed. This phenomena is called inertia. This phenomenon is called inertia. Suppose example, a book is there on the table. There is no force acting. The book is always in the rest position only. There is no change in its position. Suppose you apply some force on it, then only the position of the book is changed. This phenomenon is called inertia. Here, inertia, this property of this phenomenon is called inertia. Inertia is three types. Inertia of rest. Second one, inertia of motion. Third one, inertia of direction. Newton's first law of this property or phenomenon is called inertia. This inertia is three types: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. What is inertia of rest? Inertia of rest means, suppose in the carrom board, sometimes all coins are kept one above the other. If you strike the coin, the lower coin only disturb, remaining coins as it is position. This is example for inertia of rest. In the same way, suppose you are sitting in a rest position bus, that is bus is in rest position, you are sitting inside the bus, suddenly bus is moving, you are falling backside. Falling backside means this is caused because of inertia of rest. Like this, so many examples are there. Suppose on the dining table, it is covered with a thin layer of cloth. After that, lightweight articles or these objects are kept over the cloth. Suddenly you pick up the cloth. The objects are as it is positioned, but cloth is removed. This is due to inertia of rest. Here, inertia of motion. Inertia of motion means if a body is in moving condition, continuously try to keep in the same position. For example, if you are sitting or standing in the moving bus, suddenly the bus was stopped, you are falling front side. That means you are falling in the previous moving direction. This is due to inertia of motion. For the long jump also, the players are coming with long running only, they started the jump because due to the inertia of motion. Third one is inertia of direction. Inertia of direction means suppose a car is moving in a straight line path, suddenly it moves along the curved path. Curved path means either left side or right side curve. Suppose left side curve it is moving, then and the objects are, suppose you are in the car or any vehicle, you are pulling towards the previous position. That means in the opposite direction of the curved path you are moving. That means your bodies are moving opposite direction of the curved path. This is due to inertia of direction. That means the car is moving in a straight line path, you are sitting inside the car, suddenly it moves along the curved path, that is left side curve. You are moving, your bodies are moving opposite direction of left side. That means right side your bodies are moving. That means because of inertia of direction. So today the basic parts of the laws of motion is completed. First one is scalar quantity, vector quantity, speed, velocity, distance, displacement, mass, weight. In the same way, Newton's first law, inertia, type of inertias are explained. These are over.